TV anchor rule number 1, there may be a teleprompter, but always have hard copy. Gloria taught me that back in Dallas. I do thank you for allowing me to be part of tonight's festivities, and I say that because, as you have heard, after 28 years as a journalist, I have gone over to the dark side, to public relations, and I feel a little bit like the skunk at the fiesta tonight. But you've been very welcoming, and you continued to extend the invitation after you found out that I had made the career move. And there's been bad and good parts about leaving TV and leaving CNN, if you can believe that. The bad part is that when there is news breaking, and I feel that surge of adrenaline, I have nowhere to go. I truly feel lost. So in other words, I can no longer, as a CNN headline news anchor, bring you breathless, minute-by-minute accounts of Britney Spears, Lindsay Lohan, Paris Hilton, and, of course, O.J. Simpson, also known as, in cable news, the gift that just keeps on giving. The good part about no longer being an employee of CNN is I can finally tell everybody what I think about Lou Dobbs. And maybe after a couple more glasses of wine, I'll tell you what. There is just one thing that you just need to know, and then we'll move on with the award. About 4 years ago, right after I got to CNN, and after Lou Dobbs started to do his thing, there was a memo circulated internally within all the Latino employees at CNN raising the issues and the concerns about fairness and objectivity and telling all sides of the story. And I think those efforts continue. I think that if you want to see true balance on this particular issue and other things affecting the Latino community, you should look at other parts of the schedule on CNN. I think that and I hope that some of the CNN employees who are here tonight will back me up on that. There are folks who are trying to correct the perceptions that have been put out there during the 6 to 7 o'clock Eastern hour on CNN, and we need to continue to give them our support. Thank you for having me here tonight. I am proud to be here to present the Photojournalist of the Year Award. Our recipient this year is a courageous photojournalist who is not afraid to take the risks necessary to capture the images that truly tell the stories. Gary Coronado was nominated as a finalist for the Pulitzer Prize for his vivid images of Central Americans who risk life and limb to enter the United States as they jump and, in some cases, cling onto trains heading north. His stellar work truly told the story through photographs, something all photographers aspire to as journalism begins to move closer to melding print and multimedia for maximum impact. Some of the digital media that you have seen tonight is a good example of that. A graduate of University of Southern California, Coronado quit his job at AT&T to become a freelance photographer for the Orange County Register in Orange County, California, and La Opinión, a Spanish daily newspaper located in Los Angeles, California. If you would put your attention on the screens, please, for a look at his work.
Well, Gary is a standout photographer and has been ever since he walked through the front doors of the Palm Beach Post a few years ago. In fact, he was part of the 2004 photo team that was a finalist for the Pulitzer.
Gary is a very quiet presence, and he can fool you because he's extremely intense when he's on a project. But he's quiet and he's easygoing. And my favorite phrase that Gary often says is, "That would be fine." So you could say to him, "Bring your bulletproof vest, we're going to Haiti for 18 days. And he would say, "That would be fine."
The thing that really made Gary's work stand out was he was willing to undergo the most horrible kind of living conditions. He was willing to ride dangerous trains for long distances through the mountains of Mexico and Central America. He was willing to stay for long hours watching trains go through and watching the efforts of train jumpers to jump on. And those things are what enabled him to get this story.
Gary's willing to risk his life for photography. The story on train jumpers is an example of that. And Gary gets it. He understands journalism. He understands moments in time. He understands what matters in photojournalism and storytelling. So I don't have to explain it to him. He brings that certain quality to the table, and he's just a pleasure to work with.
First of all, I want to say thank you very much. It's an honor to be up here in front of my colleagues and to receive such a prestigious award from the National Association of Hispanic Journalists. I never imagined I would be here. I have to remind myself to remain forever grateful and for the life I've been given and for the opportunities to do what I do. It was difficult leaving AT&T. I guess my parents sent me to University of Southern California to get a degree in business, and after 3 years I walked away from that and said I wanted to be a photojournalist and work in newspapers. And at first my dad didn't understand, and it's unfortunate he couldn't be here tonight. He's going to go through a hip replacement surgery. I want to also thank the Palm Beach Post and my editors for believing in immigration stories. This isn't the first story I've had the opportunity to work on. We did when I first arrived at the Palm Beach Post, I worked on a story called Modern Day Slavery, also with Christine Evans, the reporter. And I've also had the opportunity to do a lot of wonderful things at the paper. In 1940, my grandfather left his hometown of Zacatecas, Mexico, and took a risk and signed up for the Bracero program and ended up in Ventura, California, in a town called Santa Paula. He helped fill the gap for workers during the time of World War II, filled the void for people who were in the service and they needed workers. I'm forever grateful for that. For that, I've had the opportunity to do what I do and be the first in my family to graduate from university and go on to do these special things. Last thing I wanted to mention is I'm forever grateful for Raul Ordonez's family, who are so close to my heart. He was the gentleman that was pictured in the photo with the double amputee sitting in the hospital in Tabasco, Mexico. Him, like many other Central Americans, fell off the train and double amputation. He has a very lovely wife and 3 children, ages 17, 16, and 6, that live in a one room basically, home and up on a hillside in a poor slum in Tegucigalpa. And for Norma to open her house and feel that she wasn't able to be hospitable and offer me something like a lot of Latino families are, the first thing you walk in is they want to feed you. And she wasn't able to do that. And I feel saddened at times to feel that here I am trying to tell her story and she's trying to treat me as best she can. I'm forever grateful for those things and for the opportunity to do what I do. And once again, thank you very much.